SEKHMET. SEKHMET with the Lioness head. SEKHMET whose color is red. Mighty is thy name, Lady of the Flame, Daughter of Ra, Consort of PTAH. O great SEKHMET, Mighty of magic, Great One of healing, Mistress of enchantments. O mighty SEKHMET, the great devourer, the scepter of power, with the Ankh come forth in this hour. O great SEKHMET, eternal is thy name. Do not consume us with thy flame, give us light. We bow before your might. SEKHMET, to you I offer my praise. Hello beautiful star, thanks so much for tuning in. I am Astar and welcome to Source Light Star. Today we are channeling messages from the one and only SEKHMET. SEKHMET has been a faithful friend and companion of mine, especially throughout the last few years, which have been very intense to say the least. So SEKHMET is really helping us in the process of healing. She is the great one of healing. She is very much resonating with the energy of the Dark Mother. This is the energy of Lilith, the energy of Kali, the divine feminine energy that destroys. She devours everything and is burning the entire house to the ground. And I feel it's also not by chance that Messages from SEKHMET is the video which has the most views on my channel, because SEKHMET is very powerful. SEKHMET demands attention. She is fierce. She has a big presence. And I'm even being made to feel as I'm channeling this energy, it's already starting to come through, so bam! I love SEKHMET, she's amazing. So let's see what messages there are. So I have already shuffled the cards and let's see what messages there are from SEKHMET. I don't know, I love her so much, really. I'm being made to feel she's already here and it's like bam, tower. That's exactly her energy. And then we have the Three of Cups and we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so centering the reading, we have the Three of Cups. So this really tells me that there is a message about the three aspects of the Divine Mother. So SEKHMET is very much resonating with the aspect of the Divine Mother that is connected to destruction. So this is again the dark feminine, the energy of ending, the energy of the sunset, of death and decay. But since here we are channeling messages from the Memphis Triad, this is actually talking about the divine feminine energy in general, because the Three of Cups is basically this energy of the triple goddess. So on one side, SEKHMET is the destroyer, SEKHMET is the one who burns everything to the ground, but it's actually also the energy of healing, the energy of a new beginning. So especially in the context of the Memphis Triad, SEKHMET is actually the Divine Mother of all. And that's why there is the Trinity of PTAH, SEKHMET and NEFERTUM. So even the energy of SEKHMET has different layers. And here we are really talking about the multitude of layers when it comes to the SEKHMET energy. So one aspect of SEKHMET again is the one who is burning everything to the ground. There is even the story in ancient Egyptian mythology where basically SEKHMET was starting to kill everyone, and she was almost in this trance, in this rage of like killing everything which came into her proximity. But then the people were like, oh my god, like calm down, like this is too much. And then in order to calm her down, they actually took beer and they mixed it with pomegranate juice. And they told her this is blood. And so Sekhmet was bloodthirsty because she was basically killing everything and everyone. And then they offered her this red alcoholic beverage, and she mistakenly thought it was blood, so she was drinking it. And then she calmed down again. And so basically she was able to still her rage. And this story has a lot of very deep symbolism, because on one side we are talking about the pomegranate. So the pomegranate is a very spiritual symbol. This is very much talking about the passion of Christ. So the pomegranate is actually the symbol of being in the flesh, in the incarnation, because it's the color red, it's the blood. And a pomegranate has a lot of seeds. And so this idea of this multitude of seeds is the idea of having a multitude of incarnations in the flesh. So Sekhmet is very much resonating with the color red. She is also the queen of the red land. So the red land, that's the physical realm. Everything that is manifest, everything that's material, that is resonating with the red land. This is Upper Egypt. Whereas Lower Egypt, that's the black land. That's the invisible realm, the other side of the veil, the spirit realm. And so Sekhmet is the queen of the desert, which is the red land. So the desert is this energy of something dry, but dry in the sense of it has form. Whereas the black land, that's the realm of the waters, which is wet. So wet being this idea of the waters of the ethers, but also the spiritual energy, which is like fluid. Whereas in the desert, it's dry. So dry is this idea of something solid, something tangible, the material realm. And so Sekhmet, being the queen of the desert, the queen of Upper Egypt, of the red land, she's basically the divine feminine energy in this realm, in the manifest universe. So in this context, everything we can see and perceive with our senses is Sekhmet. So everything in nature is Sekhmet. The trees are Sekhmet, the mountains are Sekhmet, but also our emotions are Sekhmet, the passion and the rage. So everything we experience in the physical incarnation is Sekhmet. And as we might know, in this realm of duality, there is the good and the bad. There is the beautiful and the ugly. There is blissful experiences, but also very painful experiences. And that's why Sekhmet is this multitude of energies. Because there is a multitude of energies even in this realm, in this physical incarnation. And that's why Sekhmet is actually this energy of the great healer. She is basically the nurturing mother who is giving us life force energy, who is providing us with this tender motherly care. But sometimes Sekhmet can be also very fierce, and she is coming through to bring a lot of challenges in our life. And this is very much where this fierce and destructive aspect of Sekhmet is coming through. Because again, as we might know, this incarnation is not always nice. It's not always butterflies and rainbows, but it can also be sometimes very challenging. So on a soul level, we have actually chosen to go through a certain set of challenges in this realm. That's why the Nine of Wands is showing up. It's this energy of striving, this energy of putting in a lot of effort, of persevering, but also the energy of the Tower. So it's this energy of allowing everything which is not in alignment with the soul, with the divine light, to fall down like a tower. But before the tower can fall down and we can be reborn into the light, there first needs to be this sense of destruction, also this sense of challenging experiences in general. So whenever we are facing challenges in our life, we can call in Sekhmet in order to burn all the blockages to the ground. So she is coming through with this fierce energy, not in order to destroy for the sake of destroying, but what she's actually doing, she is destroying all the illusion. She is destroying all the ego attachments, all the things which are not real. so that we can connect with the truth, which is the divine light. But again, I'm not saying that this is an easy process, because especially when we have built a very big tower with a lot of ego attachments, then this tower moment can feel like everything is being stripped away from us. But actually, this tower fall is a blessing. So all the challenges are actually a blessing, because this is Sekhmet coming through to destroy everything which is not in alignment with the highest truth, with our divine light. So again, Sekhmet is coming through with this fierce and destructive energy in order to heal us, in order to bless us. And then depending on how strong our attachments are, or how much karma we have chosen to purge and transmute, we can have different kinds of experiences. Not every human being will go through a very big tower moment. Obviously, every human being will go through a tower moment, but the intensity of that tower moment depends on the maturity of the soul. So usually old souls, or souls who have had many incarnations in the physical realm, they actually choose to take on a lot of karma, because they have incarnated many times and they have experienced many things. So there is a lot of experience. And so sometimes it takes an experienced soul in order to transmute really dense and heavy generational karma. That's why many of the healers of the enlightened beings and the ascended masters here on earth, they have actually gone through hell. They have gone through a lot of challenges, a lot of karmic blockages, a lot of pain, a lot of trauma. But all of this pain, all of these blockages, all of these karmic patterns, this trauma, is actually part of the initiation. Because again, not every soul is able to transmute very dense karma. So it takes an advanced soul in order to work with this energy. So that's why if we work with Sekhmet, we have to be ready. Because if we invoke Sekhmet or Lilith or the Dark Mother, literally she will strip away everything which is an illusion. And we have to be ready for that. Sometimes we are not ready to allow certain limitations to go away. Sometimes we are scared to go all in and allow the tower to fall. Because when the tower is falling, then all of a sudden we stand there without any stable ground. Because the tower has just fallen and the new tower is not built yet. So we are there feeling empty, like nothing makes sense. This is talking about the dark night of the soul. And this is exactly when we want to connect with the Sekhmet energy. Because she's helping us make sense of this experience. She's actually leading our path, but it's happening with this loving energy. But of course, sometimes she comes through like the strict grandmother, and she is teaching us lessons with tough love. But even these challenging lessons, they are still happening out of love. But again, there is undeniably an intensity if we work with Sekhmet. That's why we have to be ready, especially if we are committed to the spiritual path, like if we are truly committed to awaken spiritually, not like just a little bit, but all of it, to face all the darkness, all the shadows, and all the illusions. And so when we invoke Sekhmet, then this is the first thing that comes up, all the fears, all the illusions, all the darkness. And that's why Sekhmet is the nature of death, because she is bringing death to the illusion so that the light of truth can be reborn. And this is how we find healing. That's why Sekhmet is the great one of healing. And now I'm feeling called to pull some more cards from Sekhmet. Beautiful Sekhmet, our Divine Mother, fiercely protecting her children. Look at this. We have the Sun. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Back of the deck, Six of Swords. So since the 6 is coming up twice, this is very much taking me to the sexual energy. And the Sun obviously is resonating with this golden energy. This is talking about the different aspects of the Divine Mother. So Sekhmet, as the healer, is showing up as the golden lioness, the energy of gold, the energy of the Sun. This is the light side of Sekhmet. This is where she's showing up with this inspiration. Again, the energy of enlightenment. the energy of Ra. So Sekhmet is actually the daughter of Ra. Because Ra, that's the sun, that's this golden energy. And in order for this golden energy to be manifested into form, we need Sekhmet. Because Ra, the light of Ra, that's like the seed, the masculine energy, which then needs the feminine energy in order to be birthed into creation. And that's why Sekhmet is the daughter of Ra. So everything we can experience in the physical universe, in the manifest universe, is Sekhmet, is the daughter of Ra. It's this energy of the sun that gives light to the material realm. So Ra is the light of the sun, which gives light to the physical realm. It's the energy of daylight. Daylight is referring to the light in the desert, the light in the physical realm. There is also a subtle kind of light. This is the light of the astral realm, which is more so resonating with the energy of Isis, of Sirius. So the physical light of Ra is a different kind of light than the subtle light of Isis. So again, when we talk about Ra or Sekhmet, we talk about the physical, everything we can perceive while we are consciously awake and aware. But the thing is, since we are in the physical, sooner or later we will have to go through this death process with the tower falling, because everything in the physical universe is temporary. All form is temporary. Everything that is manifest in creation is only temporary, because the only thing that's eternal is the source of light, the light beyond all creation, the light that is above creation. So the light of Ra, that's again the light of the material universe, not just here Earth, but everything in this universe. But there is also a higher light than that. This is then the subtle light, which is beyond the manifestation, beyond the creation. Ra is the top of the creation, the sun of creation. But again, the divine light exists beyond creation. It exists beyond this universe. It exists in the transcendental realm. And so Sekhmet is bringing death to everything in the physical realm, so that we can connect with this transcendental light beyond creation. But then again, if there are a lot of ego attachments, if we are deeply attached to the physical realm, then we will come back. So when we die, when we actually die, then it doesn't mean that we then move back to the transcendental realm beyond all creation. Because if there are still attachments to the physical realm, then we will just come back and have another round. And this is this energy of the pomegranates, like this so many incarnations within the red energy, the red land, within the flesh, within the blood. But again, the flesh, the incarnation, is only temporary. And so Sekhmet is allowing us to have as many rounds as we want, as many incarnations as we want. But then, sooner or later, we will have to leave this cycle and go back to the transcendental oneness beyond creation. And we can choose how many rounds we want to take. Obviously, if there is a lot of dense karma, then we don't want to go back to the higher spheres, because that karma is then weighing us down. And so we actually choose to come here on earth. We choose to have this physical incarnation in order to release karma. Sometimes it's our own karma, but sometimes it's also the karma of the collective. And then we come here to transmute it as an offering to the universe, as an offering to the earth. So there are many different soul paths. But in any case, the energy of Sekhmet is helping us on this path. Sekhmet is the guide in this incarnation, the divine feminine energy that guides us throughout this incarnation. So whenever we feel disconnected from the light, whenever we feel this disconnection with our divine truth, with our soul, then we are wanting to call in the dark aspect of the Divine Mother. Because again, we have seen the light aspect of Sekhmet, which is the golden energy, the golden lioness, but there is also the black aspect of Sekhmet, which is like the black cat. And this blackness is referring to destroying the illusion, destroying the darkness, this energy of death, in order to then be reborn into the light. Because death is not the end. Death is actually the rebirth into light. But we need this destructive energy so that the cycle can end and we can be reborn anew. And that's why here, centering the reading, we have the triple goddess. It's again this energy of the birth, life and death. Knowing that there always needs to be these three aspects when we talk about creation or the divine feminine energy. About anything in the universe, anything in creation needs to have the three. The feminine, the masculine and the neutral in the middle. TO SEKHMET and NEFERTUM. Astar, Set and Heru. Shiva, Shakti and Krishna. The Divine Father, the Divine Mother and the Crystal Child, the Star Child. And we as the Crystal Child, we as the Star Child, we are the Sun, we are the light of Ra, because we exist as the infinite light of the Divine in the physical realm, in the manifest universe. That's why actually I am Ra, I am Astar, I am the Sun, I am the light of Ra, I am the Star Child, I am the Crystal Child. And the daughter of Ra is allowing us to have the experience of that light, which in this realm, however, is going through the cycle of up and down, ebb and flow, night and day. So there needs to be the duality in order to experience anything in this realm. And that's why we have blissful experiences and we also have very painful experiences. That's why in order to reach the light, we have to face the darkness and the shadow. And we have chosen to have this experience. So it's really about embracing the experience as it is, no matter if it's painful or if it's bright. It's all part of the healing that we have chosen to undergo on a soul level. And whenever things get rough, whenever we feel like it's hard to move on, we can call in Sekhmet in order to help us on the path towards healing, towards the light, towards the oneness. So I'm actually feeling called to pull one last card from Sekhmet to end this reading, and we have Follow the Stream. Beautiful. That's exactly it. So this very golden energy, and follow the stream, it's this energy of being on our path, being dedicated to the golden path. And that's why it's this energy of trust. So trusting in where life is taking us, trusting where the flow is taking us. And even if it's dark and painful and it doesn't make sense, it's still part of the golden path. It's still leading us towards the light. But then again, if we are experiencing rough waters, if we feel like we are in a rafting boat that is feeling like it's shaking us in all the directions, like if the going gets rough, then we can call in Sekhmet in order to help us reconnect with this energy of the sun, this fierce energy. So if we work with Sekhmet, all that she is doing is basically reigniting that sun. She is reigniting the confidence, the fierceness, this radiance. But then of course, if there is a lot of limiting beliefs and a lot of fears, then these are the first that are coming up to the surface. Because we first have to release all the fears before we can step into this confident energy. And that's why she is basically destroying all the illusion of who we are not. All the fears, all the limitations, this is the illusion. Because the truth is that we are the light of the sun, we are the light of Ra. And when we invoke Sekhmet, then she is gonna supercharge this energy, this very lion energy. Very strong, very powerful. I'm really feeling it now. This is also Leo season when I'm recording this reading, so I'm really being made to feel this is the activation of the light, the returning of the light. And so the next time you hear about Sekhmet, you know that she is the Dispeller of Darkness, the one from whom all evil trembles, because once Sekhmet is here, it's game over. No darkness, no illusion, no shadow will be untouched by her fierce light, by her powerful magic. And that's why I love her so much, because she has been helping me with releasing so much ancestral karma, so much purging, so much pain. Like, it's been a lot. It's really been a lot. And she has really been this faithful healer on this journey, not just for me, but for so many of us who have gone through this awakening. Because there is no coming into light without first facing the shadow and the darkness. And since we are going through this collective awakening, every soul who has chosen to awaken has also chosen to transmute a lot of generational karma and traumas. So it's also this message of knowing that all the challenges that you have been facing, all the darkness that you had to transmute, it's not even your own. It's really this generational trauma, this generational karma that you, as a powerful SEKHMET soul, has chosen to take on as a gift to this universe, as a gift to the earth. Because it took someone like you in order to transmute this karma. It took the energy of SEKHMET, of the Divine Mother, in order to dispel the darkness and bring back the light. So it's also a message of gratitude from SEKHMET for doing the beautiful work that you're doing, for shining this radiant light, for allowing your confidence to be unleashed and allowing the radiance of Ra, the radiance of the light to shine through. So beautiful star, thanks so much for tuning in. This was your message from SEKHMET. I loved it. I hope you too. If you like this video and if you would like to support the channel, I'm inviting you to like, comment and also hype this video. And if there is another deity from ancient Egypt that you are interested to connect with and get messages from, please definitely let me know in the comments. And if you would like to go deeper, I'm also offering personal readings and healing sessions. So if you are ready to go all in, if you are ready to reawaken your light and you need some support with that, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would be very happy to be your guide. And thanks so much for watching again. I really hope you resonated with the messages. Please let me know if you did. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye, much love.